going back in to finish the job if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So
I reckon that's probably the best thing to do. That's what they asked us to do.
yeah,
So
I mean, I'd say that probably where you are is a little precarious. So
okay.
I mean, you could try camping there, or you could maybe like shimmy one side or other side of the river, essentially, because there's a waterfall below you, so you have to go like left or right. And then left is probably closer to you because there's the trees are nearer. So you could go there and hunker down, or you could go stay by the river, or you could go the other way to the right to the further away trees. Okay. Or you could try find it like a den in the hive if you like. There could be like the mouth of a tunnel.
Yeah, there could be. I mean, I think there were some ones that were kind of dead end ones anyway, weren't there? So
yeah, there was some of those. Yeah, definitely.
Probably a bit more defendable doing that rather than trying to. Even though, so are the woods, are they kind of fairly thick, or are they?
Yeah, pretty solid. Yeah, basically the ants you figure the ants are keeping like half a mile, almost 400 meters clear, but where it stops is just like poof, almost like a wall of trees.
Okay.
I suppose you've got Antonin with you as well. He's a bit more now with it, so I guess he's a druid apprentice, so he obviously knows this area pretty well. So I guess you could ask him some questions.
Yeah, it would. So what? I mean, he came this way before. Yeah. So let's see if he knows of any kind of see if he knows where we are first of all, if he's familiar with this particular area, and then see if he's aware of any kind of little dens or anything like that we could just rest up in, just so that we can get our various kind of spells and other bits and pieces and get ourselves kind of ready.
He says that he knows of. He basically had been camping at one point in a pretty big hole. It's almost like a big cave. Although there was sign in the past that maybe somebody had been living there, but when he'd always check it carefully. So he says he could guide you to that. He says the woods on your left hand side. He says there's oh, hello. What pajamas you gon? Are they D6s? Are they? They almost look like dice.
No, they look like D6s, but they're not. They're it's Minecraft.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. The creeper. No, that's Mike. That's us. Right, come on, please. Bed.
It's all right. Yeah.
Right. You can get me a drink if you want. Yes, we just made them up. So go.
So off to the left in the trees, he says there's basically some carnivorous apes.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah.
He says that he says he tends to avoid those, especially a bit further north because they're there. And he says generally there's a few critters in and around the river, so that's a bit dangerous. But
okay,
take your chances.
So I think we'll probably head for this cave that he's aware of.
All right.
Obviously, just taking all precautions as we go.
Okay.
And then let's see what we get.
So you scurry for about maybe 400 yards, kind of across and up a bit, so there's this mouth entrance, and he kind of peers in and stuff, and he says, "Oh, I don't think there's anything here, so I think we're pretty safe to camp." But obviously, you can set a watch and all that as well.
Yeah, kind of NATO standard stuff. So let's just get people on a rotation and check out the cave, make sure there's nothing kind of a bit further in that we might miss or anything like that at all. Looking out for various bits and pieces.
Okay. All right. Well, basically, it's an uninterrupted night. No problems. Everyone gains a hit point if they're not max. But magic users get.
Oh wait, can I just see if my cleric had any spells left to cast before we kind of rest?
All right. Yeah.
So just so you can cast some. Sorry, blood.
If this crunching is really annoying, let me know.
Can't hear it.
Okay. All right.
Magic user. Writer. cleric. Here we go. Right, let's have a look. See what he's got left. I don't think he really cast that many spells. So he did cast one of those. Oh yeah, that's right in there. So, okay, cool. So the cleric's got quite a few spells left, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So. So for so he has 2 first level left, so 2 cure light wounds.
D8.
So he will cast. To be fair, I think he's probably going to have to cast them on himself because he's been boshed a few times.
Right. Good idea to keep the cleric up.
Yeah.
I wonder if this crunching is like quite loud on my microphone, but not you can't hear it.
I can hear it a little bit, but I'm not fussed, dude.
Right.
Sorry, mate. Bear with. There it is. Cool. Right. So 2d8 for those two. Okay. 8. So 3 and a 5.
Okay.
Not bad. And I'll add 1 for sleeping through the night as well.
Oh yeah. I
Um,
mean, you can either not add one and just take that one off. No, just add it. Just add it. Sorry. Make it needlessly complicated.
oh wow. There we go. Cool. What's he got for that? And he's got 1 4th level 1 for cure serious wounds.
What's that? 3d8 is it? I can't remember now.
Don't know. I'll have a look.
Probably going to beat me to it, but I'll look anyway. If I can save you some time. They should really put page numbers on this.
Oh gosh, 2d8 plus 1.
Really?
Yeah, that's it. Yes, please.
I'm not breaking any records there. You should have taken what I offered you.
Yeah, for real, sure, really.
Isn't there another one, a cure serious and then cure...
I need a bottle.
I thought it was cure moderate and a cure serious. Anyway.
Yeah, I thought there was, but I couldn't see a cure moderate.
No.
No.
Okay.
There's cure critical, which is a level
maybe.
5.
Okay.
So I got 9, so 10. And he cast that on. Oh wow, cracker, right? Everyone's taking a bit of a kick in. He cast that on Callum, who's down at 24, so he's up to 34. Cool, lovely. Does the druid have anything? I guess he's got nothing memorized, has he, really? Because he's been under the influence, as it were.
Maybe it's like a level 0.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, cool.
He's about 15 years old and also a bit, out of his depth.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye on people and heal them up if I need to. Everyone seems to be kind of relatively okay.
Yeah, I think you did okay.
That one, please. Thank you very much. Perfect. Now you can go put it back. Thank you. So it's sleep for the night, I guess. And then we kind of need to make a plan for going back in again and taking out the other kind of queen ant. Just trying to make sure that we kind of get all of those bits done, really.
Okay, cool.
And as you say, nothing happens during the night at all.
All clear.
Cool. Lovely. All right then. Well, we'll look to head out.
Okay. So you basically find another entrance, and you decide to go in. Do you have this out of interest?
I can't see it.
you know, the booklet.
Oh, the Carapace booklet.
Yeah, for dungeon
Yes.
dressing and all that. Is it all in the booklet or is it separate? Is it stapled together?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you stapled it all together.
Okay, because I think this time round we'll try this method if you're all right.
Yeah,
Slightly
go for it.
different way of exploring.
Yeah.
But it's going to be. It means that you might want to get a pencil or something to mark on your thing so you know where you are.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, shall I talk you through this way of doing it?
Yes, please do.
This is kind of a thing I came up with. It's called a hex flower.
Yeah.
So, if you put your token on the exit right at the bottom.
Yeah.
And right at the top, you can put another token, which is a hunter.
Okay.
That's basically the ant security system looking for you.
Okay. Yeah.
And if that gets tripped, all hell's going to break loose.
Oh,
Now,
okay, cool.
Now, if you look at the thing, it says Zone 1 in like a donut around the exit near the bottom.
Yeah.
Then there's Zone 2, a special.
Yeah.
Then there's an upper right and upper left, a clue. They say clues and insight and stuff. Then there's Zone 3, and then right at the top is Zone 4.
Yes. Yeah.
And Zone 4 is where the Queen Ant is. So you're trying to get there.
Yeah.
And every round you will roll 2d6.
Yeah.
And you see there's a thing in the corner called a navigation hex. It's like a hex. So if you, let's say you roll 2d6 and you roll a 12, that means you move straight up. So if you're on exit, you'd move to Zone 1B.
Yeah.
Okay. And at the bottom here, there's also insight, clue, and recon. See, there's like little bullet points.
Yeah.
So you've got, at the moment, because you've already been in, you've got 2 insight, 1 reconnaissance, and 1 clue.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you, for example, rolled a 12, which is straight up, but you didn't want to move straight up, you wanted to move to the off to the left, you could spend 1 point to move 1 face.
Yeah.
So you've got, and that's you're using your insight or your reconnaissance or something. And then finally, you can spend 2 points to avoid a fight.
Yeah.
So you're basically saying, oh, I use my 2 insight to escape the fight. You know, you basically realize there's bandits coming or something. So you Or you can spend all 3 points to avoid the hunter.
Okay, cool. That sounds good.
So wait up.
It's D6.
No, actually, I forgot to say one thing that's.
Yeah, I'm listening.
It's all right. You can spend your insight points to steer the hunter's direction. I'll talk you through it as we go. So I think as we go, hopefully it'll make sense. All right.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So this is kind of like a little, almost a board gamey element. It's the same thing, but just.
Yeah, sounds good.
So how are you going to be able to do this easily and do the dungeon dressing? Because I can always remind you where you are, if that helps. Or do you want to print out this page? Or you could take the page out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the dungeon dressing thing is
tucked away, isn't it, on the last page, 11 and 12. Actually, it sits open. You could keep it there and just do that separately. Actually, that's fine. If you keep it up, you just have it flat.
Hang on, sorry. Where is that? Oh, where is that?
And I'm trying to think. Was it do that? Okay, I think we'll do this as well. And let's try it straight. I might swap it over because what I'm tempted to do is give you a +1 on your roll every time because you've got the pheromone scent and the navigation. You've been in there before. Let's start off without it just to see how it plays. If it gets bogged down, then I might add the +1 in. I just would like to test how it works.
Not sure where I put the the dungeon dressing thing?
It should be
It's
at
not
the
in
back.
this.
It should be on page 11 on the booklet.
No, I'm on page 11. Hang on. What have I got here?
What's on your page 11 then?
The Hex Flower.
Hmm? Oh, that's weird. Mine's on page 8. Is it because you haven't folded it in the same way?
No, it's on page 11. It's got 11 at the bottom.
How bizarre.
Hang on, give me 2 secs. What's this? What's this? Oh, I have 2. Oh, maybe you gave me.
Maybe I gave you a duff one.
No, I think you gave me one that might have all of the like. No, I didn't even. Don't know. All right, I've got 2.
So it looks. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like that.
Yes. Which is. Yeah, I've got that.
Okay, so you've got two. So you can keep one open with your hex flower, and the other one you can do the dungeon dressing. Okay, so we're in business.
Yeah.
So again, so you're going to roll the direction.
Mm-hmm.
So give me 2d6.
2d6. For 6.
Okay.
2 and a 4.
So you rolled
backwards.
It would. Now, as you can see at the bottom there, it says special.
Yep.
So in that case, you're going to go to the middle of the hex. See what it says special?
Oh, wow. Okay. Yep.
And I'm just.
Yep. And a D10, or are you doing that one?
I'll roll it. Okay, so you come there, and what you do is you find basically what looks like a whole bunch of people. You think this is probably the militia from, back, 20, a decade ago when they raided the nest.
Oh, yeah.
And so they've clearly just been kind of, well, they're all, they're just dead. They're all like decayed, but they're just all lying in a big heap. There must be about 12 of them.
Oh gosh, poor things. Well, we'll search them to see if there's anything.
Quickly,
to take back to family. Oh.
I presume you sent Antonin back to town.
Yeah, that's what we were planning to do, wasn't it? So because he would be able to from there, because he just going back to the thing there.
So I just thought I'd just check because I didn't want you to. I just want to make sure we're on, we're agreement.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically you search through their stuff and you find basically about 150 gold pieces worth of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you figure it's probably yours because it's been there a while, and it's just gold. I mean, you could donate it to the, there was a benevolent fund for the widowers of the blah blah blah. So it's up to you. So that's the gold you found. Let me just roll on this, Stu. Just give me a sec.
No worries.
Okay, roll again. Okay, so you also find a scroll.
Oh, magic user or clerical?
It's a magic user scroll, and your guy looks at it. He decides that it's it's pretty high level, so he recognizes it pretty immediately. He can tell it's a scroll of protection, and he judging, this is what he can tell from just looking at scroll of protection, and he, the way it's written, he understands it can be read by anyone. So it's basically kind of in a form that it will enact, and it's basically it seems to have lots of earth signs on it, basically.
Okay.
In fact, it's got earth and and it's got basically earth, water, fire, all sorts of stuff like that. It's a very mystical.
Protection against elements.
It could be, yeah. Probably. That's it. That's a fair guess. Or elementals.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the pure magic user will keep hold of that just because he doesn't.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that many hit points. So if anybody needs protecting, it's probably him at the beginning. So So I'll give that to the magic user.
So I'm going to roll for the security system, and I've rolled a 6, which means directly above you.
Move forward.
So you could you could hold your points now, or you could spend a point to send him, instead of being directly above you. You could send him to the left or to the right. You see, because he rolled a 6 coming straight down, but you could spend insight to essentially send him the other way. But I mean, maybe you want to see what happens rather than you don't have to spend it right now.
It's early days yet, so we'll just think now. I'd quite like to see what happens with this security alarm thing as well, man. Okay, cool. There's no other kind of like not necessarily. It's not after keepsakes or anything like that at all. But there's nothing kind of personal that we can take for
I think, there's some, I guess there's all sorts of like pendants and rings and stuff that you think that people in town might recognize. So you can take all those personal effects, things that seem to be related to. You figure that people will recognize these things.
Yeah, cool. And the how do they I know it's been ages, so whatever it was, a decade or whatever, I'm guessing, are we able to kind of see how they died or whatever?
Well, I mean, they're all,
is it just skeletons?
I mean, everything's pretty decayed and stuff, but it probably looks like ants. I mean, it's a bit hard to tell.
Okay, cool. Just trying to see if there's any kind of massive bludgeoning things or anything like that at all that have crushed loads of.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, it looks like more sort of slicing wounds and things. It's not. It doesn't look like anyone's whacked them with clubs and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
okay, cool.
Some of the clothes
not cool, but you know what I mean.
Some of the clothes are cut, but it could, maybe that's just decay. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's a, it doesn't look like bugbears have beaten them to death and eaten their bones or anything.
Yeah.
It looks.
Cool. All right. Well, if there's nothing else there, obviously, kind of look around for other bits and pieces as well, just in case. But if there's nothing else there, we'll move on.
Yep. 2d6.
7.
7. Okay. So that's straight down. So unless you want to spend some points, but I think you got to hold them, are you?
Nah, I'm holding for the minute.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to roll for the beastie. Oh, do you want to do your dungeon dressing while I'm?
Yep. 4d6. D20. Okay. Lovely. Cool. All right. So, it's a medium room.
Mm-hmm.
It's a polygon or polygonal.
Yep.
And it is squeaking.
Okay, so all right, you come in this room. It's shaped like a hexagon, and for some strange reason, as you're walking on the surface, it's maybe there's lots of old chitness plates or something, and they're kind of, as you're walking, they're kind of.
Okay. All right then. So I guess we're kind of slightly worried that that's going to cool stuff along, and also that there might be stuff kind of hidden underneath all of these plates and stuff. It kind of, I guess, it's kind of almost like a burial thing.
Yeah, maybe it's a
for ants
refuse
and stuff.
Might
maybe.
maybe a refuge yard, or as you say, they just throw the old dead things there to decay.
Yeah. So we'll just see how deep it is. How deep does it go? Is it really deep?
All right. So when you start digging, and you dig about, you start pushing the plates over, and you go for about 2 minutes just to like see it. It goes down at least 4 feet, and you're not sure how deep it's going to go, but
okay.
Figure it could be quite deep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I think we're going to. So I was kind of maybe going to clear a path through so we didn't make too much noise when we were going across, but I think that's probably not on the cards. Okay. So I think we'll stick to the edges of the room, and then just try and just kind of gradually go around that way, just making sure that we're all looking after each other as we go.
Okay.
No kind of. I guess they're all kind of just soldiering worker.
Just these basic carapaces, basically.
Okay. There's nothing else kind of special or cool in there or anything like that at all. There's no other.
Yeah, not that you notice. So you start creeping around. By the way, I rolled a 7, so the hunter is directly above you still.
Again, definitely coming for me. Not sure that special thing was that helpful for me.
No, I'm not sure it was. Okay, hit me up. So roll your direction and roll for the dressing.
So 10. So 10. Off to the up left to zone 2B.
Yeah, so 2B. So this is so what do you roll, a 10?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do your dressing.
Okay.
So remember the zones. This is like, it goes from being like clay with straw to being hard baked. So you're deeper in. So you're going the right direction.
Okay, so we've come to a small room.
Oh, hold fire! You generate that, and I'm going to see what I get. Just hold fire. You work it out, and then let me know once I've done mine, if that's all right. Okie doke. So what do you got?
So I got it's a small room.
Yeah.
Amorphous, hard going.
Yep.
And it smells of fish, or tastes of fish rather.
Okay, so there's a fishy taste in the air. Okay, I'm going to say there's also like a bit of water trickling down the sides. So there's sort of elements of small puddles of water here and there that are sort of catching your eye. I'm just going to, but while we hold that action, I'm just going to roll for the baddie.
Yep. You get me?
I rolled a 9. So this is where you could spend an insight to steer him away. So if you use up one of your insights, you could send him directly down or directly above you. Now, what I would say to you is the probability, if you look at this hex, is mainly downwards, because rolling a 12 is hard, but rolling a 6 is easy.
Yeah.
So
well, 6 and a 7 is almost the median roll for 2d6 anyway,
exactly.
Isn't it?
So I think you want to avoid this guy.
Okay.
I mean, you could spend 2 and send him like further away to zone 2C. That would give you at least a break.
Yeah, why not? Let's do that. I did my 2 insight.
Okay, so tell me about the insight you gained and how you use that to like cause the sort of, if you like, the ants security system, which you can
to kind of go off on a thing there. So I think so
and
when we're
last time you were in the chitness room, remember, you could, as you were leaving the chitness room, you could have been up to that something there too.
Yeah, maybe just kind of heard a few bits and pieces kind of coming through there. And I think as we're kind of obviously we're getting a little bit deeper into the dungeon or into the hive rather, and we can kind of hear this stuff behind us. We're kind of relatively confident because we've managed to duff up like the actual true queen, or what we think is a true queen, and all of her buddies. But we're still not kind of too gung ho that we're just going to let things come right on top of us. So as we're kind of walking down, as we're kind of coming down the corridors with this thing kind of come up behind. Cheers. We can hear it getting a little bit closer, but what we can also smell is so we're kind of slightly concerned that they can smell us or whatever. So we just kind of think when we kind of get this waft of kind of this fishy smell coming, knowing that it could actually be something else as well, so maybe a river troll or something like that that's kind of made a lair down here, or even just something kind of just seeping through or whatever. We're definitely kind of thinking, okay, well, this will be a good way to kind of escape maybe, and just see if we can kind of get it moving. So one of the majors, just with a cantrip, just takes a bit of rag from us, so something that's got our smell on it, and kind of just sends this little unseen helper type thing just scurrying off into the distance, as it were, just leaving on a merry chase with our smell then being kind of hidden in the in the fishy thing.
Yeah, true. And I think also maybe because there's your bit of insight, you also realise there's maybe an air current that's going off down one of these tunnels, so you kind of send it
certainly with the scent coming in, I guess, to us from this fishy place. Then I guess we kind of there's definitely an air current going the other way, and that may be what's taking them that other way.
Yeah. Okay. So you've essentially you get a bit worried about this guy. So you feel that someone's coming towards you. So you essentially use like a cantrip to send your smell one way. And one of the insights you realise as well is that because there's an air current, you'll really carry this smell your scent quite a long way away, and you'll conceal yourself. The other insight is maybe cover yourself with some of this fishy stink.
Nice.
Kind of blends you in a bit better. All right. Okay. So you used up 2 of your insights. So they're gone.
Yep.
So you've got a reconnaissance and clue left.
That's exciting.
Okay, so you're in this room. You've just come in. It's was it small, hard going? There's a horrible fishy taste in the air, and there's sort of water kind of coming down the sides a bit, and a couple of little puddle things about.
Yep.
So what are you doing?
So looking for any kind of obvious kind of big beasties, obviously, and then just looking up at the ceiling, just seeing if there's anything else that's able to, so any kind of holes or anything like that at all that might mean that if there is something down here that's causing this smell, if it's got a way to get out to, I'm guessing.
Okay, so you're trying to look
like the riverbank or whatever.
Okay, so you're trying to look for possible nasties. Okay, give me Callum Savage's wisdom.
Oh, great.
Sorry, I'm gonna pick on
Callum. Wisdom. 9.
All right, okay. Sorry, dude. I'll pick on someone else next time. All right. So, Callum, as you guys come in there, Callum's like, guys, do you remember like when we were in that sort of like the birthing pool thing?
Yeah.
You know, the area that was quite near a hexagonal chamber, and he says, I think this horrible smell is like a concentrated version of what I smelt in that room.
Okay, so we will have some of those crazy things around, and or this may well be a kind of slightly more active one, I guess, sort of thing there. Okay, cool. So we're going to cautiously go around and have a look in these puddles and just see if there's any maybe wild things.
So what you're going to go along and you're going to I guess prod at these things. Okay, so about halfway across, one of these puddles, just like as you approach or you go to prod it, it seems to sense that you know about it, so it just like shoots off and then shoots down a tunnel somewhere. I mean, you could try to pursue it, but it looks like another one of these slithering trackers. It's kind of legged it. It didn't know you were there. It seems you seem to have sort of half startled it, so it sort of hightailed it.
I think to be honest, I think we're just going to leave that go and just let it in there, because I think we need to concentrate on the stuff that we're doing, as opposed to kind of following a will-o'-the-wisp, as it were. So,
yeah, fair enough.
Well, obviously we'll just keep on checking to make sure, see if there are, and so I guess while this thing spun off dead quick, were any of the other pools acting suspiciously during that time as well?
I'd say by the time you get to across poking them like that, you didn't uncover any more. I guess you could go around and risk taking the time to like check them all out, but I guess there's a chance you might by dallying, something else might turn up, if you know what I mean.
For real. Well, that's the concern, isn't it? Or it might come back in a different way. We've managed to throw the hunter off a little bit off of our scent, so let's make the most of that. If we're across and kind of safely across, then we'll crack on, I think.
Okay, 2d6, and you can generate the room as well while you're at it. After you do it, what do you
get? 5, a 1 and a 4.
5. Okay, so you're now
zone 1B.
Yeah. So unless you want to spend a point, you're in zone 1B. Okay. So start generating the room form. You get a 5, did you?
Yep. Has he come down on me again?
Oh, I haven't rolled mine. Yeah. Good point.
Oh, okay.
All right. Really have rolled a 9. You wouldn't believe it. Oh shit. Okay. What points have you got left? You can
reconnaissance and clue.
I think you could spend 2 to avoid an encounter, but I'm not sure you can avoid the hunter with 2 points. Let me just check what I wrote in these rules. Well, you generate the rune.
Yeah.
No, it's 3 points to evade the hunter.
Oh, well.
Okay, well, generate your room, dude.
Okay, so it's a medium room, amorphous with some obstacles, and it smells rather herbal.
Okay, interesting. Okay, let me just see. Why have I put that house here? Yeah, right, okay. Okay. All right. So as you come in this room, you're kind of like creeping around. But basically, this you see this kind of like antiphere for a moment, and then he just like kind of pulses down like this, and you just like see this like huge amount of like misty chemical kind of coming out of him like this, and oh shit, what's going to happen here? And you just almost instinctively realize that the whole hive begins to, you can almost feel it beginning to buzz.
Okay. All right, this could be difficult, but let's give it a go. So I guess if the ant is still there, just think that both magic users are just going to ping out magic missiles at it.
I would say that basically
it's already done.
It's kind of like done all this like pulsing out all this sort of chemical. It almost like collapses on itself. It's almost like it's almost, I suppose it's almost like a shrieker. It's kind of a chemical version of that.
Okay.
So it's basically just pumped this huge amount of chemical out. So it's basically dead.
Yeah.
But
okay, well
yeah. So he's just give me a sec, dude. Okay. I was a bit late getting to this as well, so just give me a sec.
All right.
Okay, right. So essentially now, because you triggered the thing, the hunter, we might as well just remove him now.
Yep.
That the hive is on heightened alert. So you can expect quite a lot of friction here on in.
Okay. Well, we're really close, so that's good.
Okay, so let's have a think. I haven't really thought about how I'm going to deal with this element yet. All right. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Jesus. Right. Right. Sorry, dude. Let's get this done.
That's all right.
Kind of maths. A lot of dice, dude. So don't be, well, maybe you should be alarmed. Okay. So while you're kind of going, what the fuck? Suddenly, basically, from one of the passages, or let's say it's a quite open space, basically, all these like soldier ants just come like piling in. It's come charging in. So you're slightly caught off guard. So you can't really tell how many there are, but it appears to be quite a few coming straight up.
Cool. I'm just gonna have to go for it then, because I haven't got time to put the pheromones on or anything like that at all. So fighters to the front.
I think you're probably going to have to form a circle, I guess, if you're going to do anything.
Yeah.
Coming in all around you.
Okay. I can't back up against a wall or anything like that at all. Just to.
Okay. To be fair, you just come in this room, so yeah, you could probably swivel. So what was it? It's a small room, uneven, and
it was a medium room.
Okay.
Amorphous with some obstacles, and it smells of herbs.
Okay, so it's going to be I guess
or taste of herbs rather.
You've got time to sort of back up into a corner. Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
So you can present the frontage you like.
Yeah. So we'll go for the two fighters with probably the cleric, I guess, at the front. They're going to have to there, I think, aren't they?
So what's your frontage? Fighter cleric, is it?
Hang on. What are you?
I mean, yeah. Just so you know.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, just so you know, you obviously, if you wanted to, you could try to escape now, rather than trying to find the queen. I'm not saying that's what you want to do, but you don't. It's not like you compulsory to keep going forward. But fine.
Yep.
So you're gonna have to fight this out, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll see how it goes on the thing there. And if we're really struggling, then we'll have to kind of DD Mal. But fighter cleric at the front, and then the magic users and the thief behind.
Okay. So is the cleric in the middle, is he?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So essentially,
cleric.
Yeah, basically 2 ants charge each of those guys, and there seems to be like one in behind that can't quite get there yet.
Right. Cool. Well,
okay, should we roll for it? Should we roll for initiative?
Yeah.
Okay, low is good.
What are we doing for D10?
D10.
Or
yeah, D10.
5.
Yep, you've got it. So you go first.
Cool. Okay. Bear with me 2 seconds. So there's there's 2 on each of the guys and 1 behind as well. You saying?
Yes.
Yep.
Essentially, there's 7.
Yep. Okay. So, I'll put them up like that. So I'm just putting some things for me to, so I know what's going on at my end as well.
No problem.
Okay, cool. So, we'll go for a magic missile from each of the mages.
Okay. So what are they? D4 plus 1, are they? I can't remember now.
D4 plus 1, and then there's
But they get multiple, don't
however
they?
many per level. So 2 seconds.
Do you want me to help look that up, or you want it?
No, I'm almost there, mate. Thank you.
All right.
Magic missile. So every 2 levels, you get an additional thing. So 2 at 3rd level. Right, okay. So this guy's 7th level. So he will get 2 at 3rd. 34.
Okay, cool.
44.
So how's he spending these?
So they're going to send them at the ones fighting the cleric.
So what,
just
2?
because he's
2 on
probably
each?
the worst fighter of the 3.
Okay, so he's doing 2 on each, is he, or is it, how many in total are you rolling for? Sorry.
So I've got 4 magic missiles, all on one. All on one.
Okay, all on one, but you've got 2 magies, right? So you've got more than 4, don't you?
Yes, yeah. So sorry, yeah. One will cast. It's happening all at the same time, isn't it?
So you might as well just roll if you're gonna do 2 sets of magic
I
missiles.
think. Yeah, I'll do 2 sets of magic missiles on the one on the. Yeah, so 1 on each. So 1 magic uses magic missiles at each of the ants facing the.
Yeah, yeah. So is that 3 on? Yeah. So that's 3 on each ant, is it? Is that right? Or
4.
4 on each ant.
4
Right.
on the first. Yeah.
4 on each. Okay. So tell me what you got.
So first one get 8, 11, 15.
Okay.
Dead or still alive?
Well, tell me the other one. I'm just curious.
Okay, yeah. And the other one, 5, 10, 14.
Okay. So the one of the ants just completely frazzled, but the other one is basically they go bam, 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 bam. This is like holy crap, but it's still up. So cool. These are all warrior ants, okay? Just so you know.
Yeah. Will the thief be able to get a shot in the one at the back that's not engaged?
Well, he can take a shot, but I will say is if it's 5 or lower, then there's a chance he's going to hit one of his compadres.
Okay. I think they'll accept that in this because I think there's these warrior ants have got that nasty stingy thing, haven't they? So. But
what I mean is it's a hit. It's if you roll a 5 or under, it's a hit on one of your guys rather than just then against his AC because it's going in the back. So. Is it?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think they're gonna accept it.
Okay. So what's his number of attacks?
Well, he's a thief at level 7.
Hard to know. He might even still be on 1 attack. Do you want me to? Does it say on his sheet? Because I know fighters. How many of your fighters got? Because they've got 1.5, don't they?
Yeah, only 1.5 for just one of them as well. That's level 7.
So he's probably only got 1 still then. Unless you want to look it up. I'm not against you looking it up.
Is it in the PH?
It will be, yeah. It will be.
I think I know where it is, don't worry. Oh, no, not that.
It's not always the easiest thing to find, is it?
Oh, it does. It does have a. It is a bow though, so he's got two attacks, doesn't he?
He will get. Yeah, he will get 2 attacks. But what I'm saying is, how many attacks does he have at that level? He must still have 1, I'm reckoning, unless.
I think so. I don't think he's got anything more, is he? Oh, I think I know where that is actually.
He could have if it was on the combat table, wouldn't it? Because they got thieves there.
Here we go. Oh, it's only got attacks per round for fighters and paladins.
Well, maybe they only get 1 then. Maybe it's only fighters that get the benefit. Probably the case.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 shots then.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
We'll look it up later, I suppose. If you can find it, then sure.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 bow attacks on the one at the back.
What's his level again? Sorry.
7.
Okay.
Dexterity is 17. Does that add anything onto the things? I can't remember if it does.
There is a missile attack adjustment, isn't there? But is that dodging missile?
I thought there was. It probably is dodging, isn't it? Rather than.
Just have a look. That's on the dex anyway.
Makes more sense.
What would make more sense? Reaction defense adjustment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Cool.
RAA.
Okay. So I think he fluffs it. He's too worried about hitting his mates.
So what's he roll?
And almost hits his mates. 6 and an 8.
Okay. Well, he's very lucky because he doesn't hit his chaps. So yeah, they're misses.
Yeah. But I think that's so. So a thwack from the cleric.
Okay. Oh yeah, cleric. Where is he? Level again? Sorry.
What has he got? He is level 7. And does he have anything special? No. Okay, he's got nothing special. No strength bonuses. So just whatever we get. 2.
Well, that's definitely a miss. I don't need to tell you that.
At least it wasn't a complete fluff.
Yeah, right. Good thing it wasn't the boa. So your fighters, what level are they, bad boys?
The fighter with 1.5 attacks is level 7, and the other guy is level 5.
Okay, let me just check. So I'm ready. It's a 5 and 7, right?
Yeah, and the guy that's on 7 has +2 to hit, +2 damage.
Okay, so
you've got sword +1, longsword +1.
Just give me your roll inclusive of the plus. So if you roll a 12, give me a 14.
Do you want me to roll 1 this round and 2 the next, or 2 this round and 1 the next?
Yeah, you call it. You can do 2 this round. You're ready.
Yeah, I think I'll do 2 this round, please, if that's all right.
Yeah, no problem. So which one's going first? The low level. Do the low level fighter first, or lower level fighter.
Okay. Yep.
That's
low
right.
Level fighter first. So he's only got 1 attack.
Okay.
At +1 to hit, +2 damage.
So what total did he get?
8.
Okay, that's a miss.
Nice, well done. And then 2 attacks from the higher guy. That's better. A 19 and 21 and 6.
Okay, so that's 1 hit.
Yep. For a D8's worth of damage, I think, isn't it?
The longsword? Yeah, D8. And any bonuses, add them on?
Yeah, so +2. 4.
Okay, well, he's
that's with the bonuses.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
4. Okay, well, he's still up.
Nice.
That's you done, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Okay, so I'm going to need let's do the AC of low level fighter.
AC low level fighter is 0.
Okay, let's write this down so I don't have to keep looking up. And the AC of the high level fighter?
Oh, 2.
2. Okay. It's interesting. And the cleric?
-1.
Oh, okay. He's got some bit better around him.
He's got plate mail +2.
So one of the compadres is down, isn't he? Okay, let's do the fighter number 1. Two misses.
Cool.
Cleric. It's a hit.
No, that's not good.
So let me remember how this works quickly. So he grabs him with his pincers and gives him a nasty nip. Okay, so let's have a look. I always forget how saves work. It's been so long. I always get rusty on this. What are saving throw tables? I've got them on this bad boy. Here we go. Okay, so the numbers go down as you go up, so you've got to get above that number. So what level is he again? 7.
7 cleric.
So you need to roll 7 or above.
Oh, against death. Okay. 5.
All right.
Just not rolling today, man.
All right, let me just check this again. Dear, what is that? There's so many dice in this thing, I can just never find any of the ones I want.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch load on. Okay. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
10 damage.
10.
So he gives you a nip and then he like gets his sting again. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I rolled 2 d20s for him. There's only 1 ant.
Oh, he's only got 1 ant. Yeah.
Okay, so on evens, there's no damage because it was the wrong ant.
Okay.
No damage.
Yay! In my favour for once.
Oh dear. At least I think I've
struggling this session, man. I'm probably struggling this session.
Well, you haven't buffed yourself up like a monster.
I didn't have a chance.
Yeah, well.
Oh dear.
2 hits. One of them,
nice.
one of the pincers goes right around your neck like this, and like grips like a mother mofo. Okay, so your fighter, 2 saves, please, and
2 saves against death.
So you need 10 or above.
Yeah. Does it matter which one is the double damage one?
Well, yes, it probably does actually. So do the double damage first.
Double damage first. 12. Yeah, 12.
He's okay. Mm-hmm.
And the other one, 11. Just okay.
Okay, so both one gets on your leg and gives you a nasty blow. One gets you right around the neck and does a really nasty laceration, but both stingers miss. But damage is 9.
Oof.
Okay, and this the other boy who's at the back rushes in to fill in the dead cleric spot.
Okay, yep.
But it's now the new round.
But not cool. Okay. Okay. Initiative?
Yep, go for it. Got to beat a 4.
3.
Yeah, okay, you're on.
Okay, so I think we'll do magic missile again.
Okay, good idea.
So the first magic missile is going into the injured one against the cleric.
Okay. So what,
might be a little bit of overkill, but
well, I mean, you've definitely fragged it last time, so you don't have to use it all up. But not telling you what to do.
Hang on, I wonder if Oh, what? You mean cast like 2 at that and then 2 at the
You'll have to
other
split them
one?
up.
I think they have to be at the same. Can we split them up?
I think you can split them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can read it, but I'm going to rule that you can split them up if you like. You're quite high level.
Could I split them up so that we did 2 on that ant and then 2 on the injured ant fighting the slightly harder fighter?
Yep, you can do that. Yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
I do want you to declare all your magic missiles though now. So.
Sorry. Yes, of course.
All right.
So I'll do. So two magic missiles from one on the injured ant against the cleric. 2 magic missiles. The other 2 magic missiles against the other injured ant, and then the full 4 against the ant that's just running against the cleric.
Okay, got it. Okay, so do the 2. Give me 2 first. 2, 2, and 4.
So 2 against the one on the cleric.
Yep.
Ooh, 9.
Okay, he's fragged.
Cool.
Gets straight into his eye sockets and roasts him.
Nice. The 2 on the fighter. Not bad. 7.
Okay, well you hit him right in the thorax, and he just kind of gets cut in half. So he's out.
Oh, nice. He's out. Cool. And then 4 against the one on the cleric.
Yep, new entry.
5, 9. Oh, wow. 13. 17.
Okay, he's definitely roasted.
Cool.
So to summarize, you've got 2 on the fighter, and
the low-level fighter. Yep.
And 1 on the high-level fighter.
Yes.
And you're going first.
So the cleric, can the cleric kind of lean over and thwack one of the ones on the other fighter, or is he just?
Yeah, no, he can lend some support because it's 2 on 2, so he can sort of he's got a clear run. So well, I think he just bam, 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 bam.
Or is it all happening at the same time?
It is happening at the same time. I guess he would be. I'm going to say he actually was preparing to defend himself, so he probably isn't.
Not this round.
Probably isn't ready to.
I mean, to be fair, your other one couldn't run in until this round before.
Yeah,
so
I think so.
I think that's probably fair, isn't it? So
he probably caves the head in of one of them as it was coming in and got fried.
Yeah,
like,
just to make sure.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. So low level fighter. Here's 1 attack. With +1. Hey. With the +1, 20.
Okay, so that's a hit.
For 9 damage.
Okay, it's still up.
Okay.
You put a massive cleave into it. You can whack off one of its mandibles. Okay, the other chap.
Cool. The other chap. 9.
It's a miss.
I got it.
Skitters off its armor.
The halfling can't really do anything at this moment, but he's going to get ready to. So essentially, if the cleric goes in against the ants that are the 2 ants that are against the other fighter, the halfling will look to run around the back of them
and help the other one,
kind of and do some naughtiness to those 2 that are still on the 1 fighter.
Okay. Okay.
Or would look
turn.
to. Yep.
2 misses. 1 hit. So give me a save.
There's only 1 on the other. There's only 1 on the other fighter.
What? You are right. So I'm going to not doing a very good job of crossing these off. Right. Good point. So I'm going to roll evens. Yep, it's a hit. It's all right.
Cool.
Save. I think it's 10 and above, wasn't it?
10, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
15.
Okay, he's good. He takes 2.
2. Okay.
Okay, be the 6 for initiative.
Nine.
Okay, ants first.
Yep.
2 misses. 1 hit.
They like this guy, don't they? It's 'cause
Yeah.
he's got rubbish armor.
Give me a save, 10 above.
Oh, sorry, yep. No, 6.
Okay. So again, he gets a nice grip on him. Jeez, man, that was impressive. I rolled 4 4s.
Oh, ow.
So 16.
Impressive. 16. Yikes. He's got 8 left.
Ooh. He does have a potion, remember?
He does.
But I think
he's also got 2 attacks. He's got 2 attacks this turn.
True, and I think you'd lose your turn to join in.
Yeah.
So actually, this was the turn where your chaps could come in, couldn't they?
Yes. Yeah.
So who's going where? Is the guy who was in the front row going to support the guy? Yeah, which way is he going?
Yeah, for real. So I think the other guy's got 2 on him, and I think he's as likely to get duffed up. So the cleric is going to go against the ants that still, there's 2 of them. The thief will come round and try and do some mischief behind the ants.
Okay, so
see if he can get anything in.
Is a thief going to join the fighter with 1 ant on him? Is that the crux of it?
No. It's going to go in behind with the one that's got 2 on him.
Okay,
just because I think that's potentially more dangerous. So almost everybody's focusing on them. One of the magic users will cast a magic missile at the single ant on the fighter, and the other magic user will cast a magic missile on the injured ant that's against the other fighter that's got 2.
Yeah, just tell me how many d4 on each ant, I suppose.
Yeah, so 4d4 on each.
4d4 on each. Okay.
Yeah.
So which 2 were they? Sorry, I've lost track.
So the one the one that's just properly mashed up my slightly higher level fighter.
Okay, so do your 4 on him then.
So he's going to get 4 on him.
Yeah.
5. Oh wow. 9, 13, 17.
17. Okay, it's still up, but it's not looking very healthy.
Oh wow! Well done. Well done. Big strong ant.
Yeah. Right.
And then 4 on the injured ant. In the one that's still got 2.
Yep.
6.
Okay,
7.
got him.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, so we got 1 on 1.
It was 13.
Okay, so. Nice to know. Okay, so at the moment you've got 1 on 1 and 1 on 1, right? Okay,
yep.
So so fighters' turns. Well, whoever you want to.
Yep. So I'll do the more experienced fighter first of all. So 2 attacks, +2. Yeah, that's an 18 and a 19.
Right, that's 2 solid whacks, and
so minimum of 4 damage.
Yeah. Okay, he was on his last leg, so you have got him. Unless you want to know what you did.
Yeah.
So you can add it up if you like.
Why not? That's the thing. Yeah, I think he's still he's not himself. He skitters across it, so he would have done 5 damage with this sword, and then with the plus is 9.
Okay, so he basically kind of like almost caves it in with his pummel of his sword, like bastard. Yeah. Stop biting me.
Nice.
Okay, he's out.
Okay, cool. So the fighter, 13, 14.
13 and a 14.
No, sorry. I rolled a 13 and it is a 14.
Oh yeah, it's a hit.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Yep. +2 damage. For damage 8.
Total of 8, is it?
Yep.
Okay, it's still up. It's not looking too shabby.
Okay. The cleric.
I've forgotten what level he is. He's 7th, isn't he?
Level 7, yeah. 15.
It's a hit.
Maybe a hit, hopefully. Yep. No bonuses to damage. 2.
Okay. He kind of like breaks a leg, but this thing is, it's not looking healthy, but it's still up.
Yep.
So
and then
thief ran round to help, didn't?
Yeah.
But he ran round to help. Oh, actually,
I've got him on my thing in front of me. I've got him. He ran around to help the fighter with 2 on him.
okay. So that means the thief was running around to help the wrong guy, wasn't he? Because he was wasn't he going to help the? Wasn't he?
He was going to help the guy that still had 2 on him.
So what? Both the cleric and the thief went to help the same guy. Oh, okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
I misunderstood. What's his level?
7.
Okay.
I'm guessing. I never quite know the rules for backstabbing and stuff.
I'm just
Does
looking
that have
up
to
now.
be like from the shadows or something, or?
Well, I think if he's got a backage to him, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, roll it. If you hit, you'll get double damage.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Double damage. One.
It rolled on. It was on a 20, and then it rolled over to a 2.
Well, it's not a 1. Okay, well, it's missed.
Yeah. Well, it's not a 1. Yeah.
All right. So.
Your turn back.
No, I think it's initiative, isn't it? Because I think didn't I win initiative?
Oh, you did do initiative. Yeah, you won, didn't you? Yeah, initiative. Yeah.
I just didn't beat a 4.
9.
Okay, it's this one ant. I'm going to say these ants are not going to suffer from morale problems because they're just lunatics. Okay,
Yep.
misses.
Okay.
So you're all gonna converge on him.
Yeah. So the 2 magic users. There's only 1 left. He's on his last legs, so they're not going to cast anything. They're looking around to see if there's anything else coming.
Fair enough.
The fighter that's just stuffed everything up is in pretty bad shape, actually. So he's going to quaff his potion.
Right. Fair enough.
And so the fighter is going to hopefully hit the ant.
Okay.
Not for a 4, he's not.
Nope.
The cleric.
Yep.
9.
Nope. Thief.
No. Thief. I guess is he still able to backstab, or
Yeah,
has he
I think
kind of
so.
made his
No, I think
his
right.
presence known?
Basically, this ant can't turn its frontage.
Okay. 12.
Miss.
Miss cat's piss.
I nearly gave you that as a D8.
Oh.
D8 plus 1.
D8.
Let's go D8 plus 1.
5, so 6.
Okay, better. I was going to give you that like the golfing thing, let you pop out, give you that one without trying, but the answer. So, did you win initiative or did I? No, I did, didn't I?
You did, okay. But you missed.
Okay.
So
roll. Oh, you can't beat a 1, but can you tie it?
9 again. That's
okay,
3 times I rolled a 9. Okay. So I think can the other fighter go around and help as well?
Yep.
Yep.
He drank his potion last round.
So I do Sorry?
Yeah, he drank his potion last round, so he's all right. Okay.
I do the lower level fighter first. See if he can finish off his own thing. 14.
That's a hit.
15.
That's it.
15.
Okay.
For 3 damage.
Still up, but not
Literally
looking good.
The lowest I could have done. The thief. Let's see if the thief gets his backstabbing. Hey, 15?
He misses.
Really? Dang.
Yeah, he does.
15 at level 7 and a miss. Quite already. Cleric?
Let me just check it. So I don't just what did Claire roll? 20?
Doesn't matter. 20.
Yeah, he's dead. Y'all go and roll it for the glory.
Let's see, man. 6 with double damage. That's with double damage.
Right, he obliterates him. Okay, so they're all done, but the hive is still buzzing.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. I'm wondering whether I think it might be more fun to start a new hunter up. So that was the hunting party, okay? So I'm going to put the hunter back on 12.
Oh, okay. Yep. Cool.
Because I think my instincts would be like to roll every round the similar thing, where whatever the D number would appear each round. But I think that's going to just be a boring slug. So let's just start it up again as a hunter from the top.
Okay. Cool.
So you roll. What time is it? It's 10:48.
10 to 11. Yeah.
15
let's carry
minutes.
On for a little bit longer. Yeah. Let's do it.
At 2-6.
So, well, my fight is in a relatively bad way.
Oh, you could buff him with some healing, couldn't you?
Yeah, I think we're going to have to.
Don't forget, everyone's got a healing potion. They could share them.
Yeah, I think the cleric's still got a fair amount of
healing
spells yet, though.
Yeah.
He's not really done any.
Well, he did two cure light wounds before, and he had a cure moderate. So you could roll 4d8 plus 1.
Well, he said that was the last that he had of his spells.
He slept overnight, remember?
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. He does have more.
Okay.
Let's just see.
I can't believe you spent 2 points to send the wrong way, and if you'd spent 1, he would have missed you.
Yeah, no, man, no. Dickhead.
Pretty unlucky. Both had to roll the same number, essentially.
Yeah. I think I will. I'll do the same again. So 4d8 plus 1.
Mm-hmm. Roll high.
No. 9. 10, 11.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not great.
No, it's not great. I mean, he's back. To be fair, he's back up to 25. So.
Well, you could share a potion. It's a bit risky.
It is a bit. Although he is the tank that just takes a lot of things. I think I will share a potion, to be honest.
Well, yeah,
so I'll take the potion off of the thief.
All right. I mean, you do have 6 of them in total, don't you? So it's a few.
So I rolled a 6. So 6 plus 1, 7. Give me 32.
All right.
Cool. Okay. 2d6.
Oh yes, good man.
4.
Nice. Okay.
So
you know what I'm going to... 4. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. 1C. Okay, let me roll for the bad boy. At least he's far away this time. That special didn't help you out much, did it?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's rolled a 5.
Really?
So my boy is in zone 3C.
Nice.
Oh, what did you roll? A 5?
Oh, the room. Sorry?
You rolled a 5, didn't you? Yes.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, you rolled a 4. Oh, okay. Right,
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. 4.
Two secs. Just do the room stuff. So it's a small room, hard going.
Yeah.
And smells of pine forest.
Okay. So this room is actually completely. It's almost like a. There's lots of like pointy stalactites pointing out from, so it's quite hard going. But basically, it's like those like the Quantox, those pine beds of like a huge heap of pine needles.
Yeah.
So there's this like massive mat of pine needles in there, and. Okay, give me any dice and tell me if it's even or odd.
Even.
Okay, so when you come in, what you see is in the middle of it, there's a kind of you can just make out what looks like a well, it looks like it's got a giant spider's body, but it has like a 6 foot long neck. Goes up.
Yeah.
And it seems to have a spider's head on the top of that long neck, and these great big, like 6 foot sized mandibles.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
And it's like it's seen you, but it hasn't yet moved.
Okay. And kind of, like, well, I'm not sure how quick it's going to move, anyways, if it does start to move. But does it kind of look quick, or does it look slothful, or?
Let's put it this way: when it saw you, it kind of moved very kind of like almost robotic. It was like it just, like it latched on. So you think it's probably not a slug?
Right. Okay. So I think the cleric's going to say, right, 5 boys, shields up. Me and Haynar to the front. So that's the lower level fighter, both with better armor class. And then you 4 guys shoot it with arrows.
Just give me a sec. Dancing on. Yeah. Oh, forgot that. All right. So give me that again. So you're gonna shoot arrows.
So the cleric and the lower level fighter will move to the front, shields up, ready to kind of receive a charge.
Okay.
And then everybody else is going to shoot arrows.
So the magic users have a bow, do they? Can they use bows?
Well, slings maybe, I guess.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I don't particularly want to waste magic missiles on this thing yet.
Okay.
Unless
fine.
it proves to be thinner, just because I think we've got.
I think what we're going to do, since you're ready to attack, let's see who wins initiative. So if you win, you can get those off. Got to beat a 3.
Got a 3.
Okay. In case of tie, PCs go first, I think. So you're on.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Okay. So
with those things as well, Mike, if that type of thing there, if it comes through to that, if we're like when I'm doing stuff, just remind me of those things that we've been doing. Just say PCs go first if it's a tie and stuff, just so that we don't forget.
Oh, all right.
So
Okay.
So it's the same kind of house rules for both things.
Or I don't think it makes a massive difference, but yeah, I'm happy to do that. But it's not like it's not player versus DM kind of thing. So if you had a different rule set, but yeah, it'd be good to use the same set. But yeah, sure.
Just so we both know where we're stood on that same.
Okay,
cool.
So thief shoots twice.
Yep. No, so hopefully, but we'll see. A 13 and a 15.
Okay, they ping off its rather chitinous hide.
Got it.
Now for your magic user. Actually, just tell me. Let me just double check that. So what did you roll? 15, did you?
15 and a 13.
Actually, one of those is hit.
Oh, nice.
So it's a D6.
Yep. 3.
Okay. And the magic users.
Yeah, so slings, which I think is probably just a rate fire of 1, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh no, I would think it's 2. It's probably still 2. But
let's have a look on there.
This magic user chart. Druid.
No, it's 1.
Oh, is it?
It's 1, dude.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Well, that's not. Yeah. Well, they're probably a bit harder to shoot, aren't they? So they're bound to be. What level are they? 6. Probably 6 plus, are they?
7. I think they're both 7.
All right. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, both 7. Although one is a fighter magic user.
Oh, well, then he can use it as
Level
his
5 fighter.
He's probably better on a fighter, I should suspect.
Yeah.
Yep. So give me the good one first.
Yep. 2 secs. Oh, I don't know what we. Yes. Okay. Cool. 10.
Miss.
And the other one. No, 9. That's a
No,
miss.
it's a miss. Okay. So who's at the front? It's the cleric and the lower level fighter.
I just got the. I've also got the. Yeah, I've got the higher level fighter to shoot a bow.
Oh, okay. He's got to go yet. Okay. So
Yeah.
if he does that, he won't be able to attack next round. He'll have to be swapping out. No, maybe he can drop it. Maybe he can drop his weapon. Yeah, as long as he drops his bow.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So does he? If it's a rate of fire of 2 and he's got 3 attacks every 2 rounds, does that mean he can do 4 bow attacks?
2 attacks, isn't it? 2 attacks every 2. Isn't it 2 attacks every other round? It's one on. Is it 2/1? Was it? It's not 3, is it?
Yeah. Well, it's 3. It's 3/2, but with the bow,
3/2.
what I'm saying is with the bow.
I don't know. It's a bit confusing, isn't it? Because 6 sounds obscene, doesn't it?
It does sound a bit thing there, but then they are higher levels. That's the only thing.
That's true. All right, let's do it for now.
Well, it wouldn't be 6; it would only be 4.
Okay, well let's do 4, and then let's see if we find out next time. But let's go with that. This is the high level dude, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Level 7. So a 6, a 7, a 19, and a 20, but it's a modified 20, not a natural 20.
Okay, well that's 2 hits.
2 hits.
How's this thing?
For 8 damage.
Okay, so the thing is still up, but it's definitely not happy. Okay. Right, so do 50-50, shall we? Okay, you go straight for your cleric. It's will be kind of mandibles and good. Please number of attacks on this thing. Okay. So you ace
1 attack every 5 rounds.
It could be that, yeah, it could be that. Oh, sorry, give me a sec. His armor class is quite low for the cleric, isn't it?
It's -1, yeah. Okay, now. So another 20. Nice.
I'm sorry, dude. Oh, God. Right. Well, it's a lucky day. It's only 6 damage.
6.
But what he does do is when he grabs him, he kind of goes like that. And because he's got this 6-foot neck, he's kind of grabbed him and he lifts him like up into the air. And these jaws go. And they're like kind of like pneumatic, like almost like pneumatic cutters, just kind of crumpling in like that. So effectively, his arm class is going to be 4 less next round. Not forever, but basically he's trying to chop him in half.
Okay. Oh dear, that's a bit nasty. Okay. I need to get initiative then, don't I?
You do, yeah. How many hit points did your dude got?
He's got 29 left.
Oh, well, probably you might be all right. Well, he doesn't get another 20, eh?
Yeah.
Got to beat a 4.
Got a 1.
Okay, you're on.
It was a cocked dice first of all. That's why I re-rolled. So just so you're aware.
Yeah.
So, right, I think this is a little bit more important than previous. So I think we're going to have to use up magic missiles. And besides, we can't use bows anymore anyway. So I will do a magic missile from each of the. So 4 magic missiles from each of the.
Okay, so you're doing
wizards.
8 in total, all right?
Yep. So the first one gets 12.
Okay.
Second one. Uh, 12 again.
Okay, so you basically blast the thing. It just kind of like goes like that and then crumples down, and
Cool.
your cleric is still trapped in its jaws.
Caught in these jaws things. Okay, cool. So the fighters will go and try and kind of either prise them open or cut them off or whatever, just to kind of stop this thing.
Okay, so they're really, really hard, these mandibles, but eventually you kind of basically jimmy them open. But like the way they're arranged, they're kind of almost like on a ratchet. You could just see that this thing was going to keep going, and because the way your cloak was held up, he couldn't really get at it because these really hard mandibles got him, and he was like being held 6 foot out of reach. So he was really struggling to. He would have been basically, if he'd been alone, he would have been cooked.
Yeah, that's not good. Do we recognise this beastie at all? Has anyone seen any of these things before?
Cleric, what's his? Let's decide your cleric's wisdom. Cleric has probably got a high wisdom. Let's give me the wisdom of one of your magic users, whichever one you like.
Let's just see that one. That one. Evens, odds. Evens. 13.
Right. So you can 13 or less.
7.
Okay. So this guy's like, fucking hell, man. I think this is a giant form of spider, but it's actually called an assassin spider, and basically it's got this really long neck, and basically it when it grabs you, it trying to like cut you in half, which is basically kind of what you surmised. Mm-hmm. But it's actually a giant form of an actual spider that exists in Earth. So if you look it up, there's a thing it's also called a pelican spider, but it's basically called sometimes called an assassin spider. So it's basically a spider with a really long neck. It's really weird. Imagine a normal spider with a really long neck and pincers, and it grabs things like that, and it just holds them kind of out so they can't actually do anything. So, but pretty nasty. Basically, if you were a prowling thief and it got you, you'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
So he thinks it's a pretty nasty critter. Okay, doke. You ready to go?
I'm just looking it up.
Oh, what, in real life? Yeah.
Yeah.
Try assassin spider. There is another assassin bug, which isn't the same thing.
It's a weird looking thing.
Yeah, it really is. So I made this spider up, but basically it's based on a real life critter.
Wow, that's really weird. Fair play, mate.
Right, dude, you got.
Looks slightly. Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
Should we do one more roll? I know you got to wrap it up, but let's just see where you end up coming off the screen.
Yeah, let's understand that. Anything else in this room? So we'll have a good look around, see if there's any goodies for us or anything like that at all. Is there anything possibly that we could take off of this spider?
Well,
I don't know if there's any kind of.
You think the mandibles
things?
Yeah, there's probably a few glands and stuff you could take, but the mandibles you think would be could possibly be fashioned into a weapon. But the guy at the bar, he might be able to pretend they're like the giant mandibles of a queen ant or something. So he'd probably be well into that if you salvage.
Yeah, cool.
Just want to see what I put down for treasure.
We'll do those if we can.
And let's just say, in amongst the pine needles, you find basically a bunch of assorted gems, maybe that it's been digested, and but you can't determine the value right now. So let's just say 10 assorted gems that they look, they're a bit mucky because they're kind of in spider crap, but it's probably valuable. So it doesn't have a web, but it's clearly a nasty. It could, if you go ahead and recognize it, you might think it was some mutant ant, but it's it's got 8 legs and you recognize it as a spider.
Like the mutant lizards that we saw.
Yeah. That's right. Mutant giant subterranean lizards.
Brilliant. Love it.
For real.
Cool.
Convinced of it, of course. I'm telling you, I'm not so sure.
It's gospel, man. It's gospel. So, I mean, I guess obviously we'll just look through, and the pine needles and stuff that are all over the floor. Is it kind of come from above or something? Is there something? Does this thing get out into the forest above, or?
Good question. So it's obviously used this as bedding. So maybe it's been dragging in like some of the local forest stuff just to make its bedding. It's not quite clear, but
cool. Okay, nice. Right, where am I going? 4, which is +1 recon.
Yeah. So if you look, because you're coming off the hex flower, you follow the same row, but on the opposite side, so you overlap.
Oh, that's where it goes. Okay, yeah, cool. Yep. Oh, wow. Okay.
So you're over there, and you come across something. You come across, so you can gain a recon point.
Cool.
You can either tell me what it is now, or when you spend it, you can tell me what you learnt. So, so essentially, you can see where you are. You're on. Can I just say, before you go there, you've got a point you could spend. So instead of, no, that's fine. No, that's sensible. I'd go there. You could have 2D. No, that's fine. Sorry. Sometimes, so yeah,
okay. Taking me away from taking me away from the thing, isn't it? So
fair enough. So that's as you're going to the tunnel, that's what you picked up on the way. So roll again. So nothing's really happened. You're sort of, it's not an encounter. It's just you've gained a point. Roll me another D2. Oh, actually, I'm going to roll for the beast. But if you want to roll again, just
so I don't go over to +1 recon.
Yeah, you do. So you're in like column 1 in the middle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
And our friend is moved to zone 3B. He seems to be on you.
Of course it has.
They give me 2D6.
What a crazy tracker thing, man. Love it. So how did I get this reconnaissance kind of bonus thing?
So you've got 1 clue and 2 reconnaissance right now.
Yeah. So this reconnaissance, I think, from our kind of foray down into the depths of the web from before, just after we've killed off this pelican and assassin spider thing. There's a few exits from that room, and just kind of going off of, we're kind of getting quite used to the kind of the tracks and stuff that the ants are leaving and stuff. So when they're traipsing through, so we kind of go down, 10-15 yards down each of these tunnels, and one of them we can just see this. It looks like there's kind of been multiple kind of probably worker ants going down let's
just say you're now beginning to tell the difference between worker ants and soldier ants tracks.
Yep.
Maybe that's the recon you've kind of learned. So next time you spend it, you can use that to your advantage. You'll know, if you spend the points, it's because you can tell the difference in the tracks.
Yeah.
Okay, give us 2d6. Just because nothing happened.
Do I need to do a room, or is that just that's?
I think it's just you find on the way that you realise it's reconnaissance.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. 2d6 for 9.
Okay. Well, no, that's all right. So you go.
Okay. That's actually
You're diagonal off.
3C.
Room 3C.
Cool.
So you got a 9, did you?
Yeah.
You can actually generate the room if you want, but because we're running out of time, it's just that there isn't an encounter in this room, so we could.
I can do it. I quite like doing your things there, working off of
Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, then let's do it. I don't want to. And your friend, the hunter, is below you in clue -1. Okay.
All right. I thought it was going to be right on top of me again.
I did think that's gonna. Okay. So tell me about the room.
So it's a corridor.
Okay.
With some obstacles in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hot and cold along this thing.
So maybe these obstacles are like thermal vents. So like some of them are blowing up hot air, and the other ones are like a cooling system. So it's drawing hot and cool air through the corridor.
Almost like a bellowy type thing.
Yeah.
So it's got this kind of type thing going on. Yeah, cool.
You're quite pleased there's nothing of scary in there. So you want to give me 2d6?
Yeah.
Please.
Along this long corridor that we're there. 3.
Okay. So
that's not so
right,
good.
but he's going to take you off.
Takes me away then.
But if you spent 2 of your 2 reconnaissance or 1 clue and 1 reconnaissance, if you spent 2 points, you could bend it to zone 4.
I could, couldn't I?
And then you'd be in Queen Chamber for next round. Next
yeah, I think to be honest, I think I will, mate, if that's all right.
So do you want to spend 2 reconnaissance or a clue and a reconnaissance? I don't think it makes a lot of difference, but you tell me.
I'd quite like to see what the clue stuff does, because I've kind of quasi-done some of the reconnaissance things. So I'll use 2 reconnaissance.
Are you're gonna use 2 reconnaissance? Not okay. All right. So tell me about the two bits of reconnaissance that led you to realise that this is the way to the
changing our direction. So going past the thermal vents and stuff, it looks like there's some stuff on the inside of the thermal vents that it looks like worker ants have been harvesting to take back. So some kind of like moss or fungi or something like that that's kind of growing there.
Almost a garden.
Yeah. So we've seen those things, and then again, as we discussed about kind of the guys are getting to know the difference in the tracks, more so that the worker ants, the tracks are closer together, not quite so wide apart because they're smaller.
Yeah.
So that's so we've kind of spotted these things, and also spotted that they've been snipped off in the kind of vents. Just this fauna has just been snipped off there.
Is it possible as well that the worker ants, you recognise the special what do you call it? Caste that looks after the queen has maybe smaller mandibles, and you sort of maybe recognise those.
Yeah. Rather than the ones that tried to crush us quite so many times.
Yeah, exactly.
With varying degrees of success.
So what, you follow one of the, do you maybe see one of these?
So we spotted it. So we spotted these things. Well, we've not spotted. We've deduced from kind of where the tracks are coming and then where they're going. And it certainly looks like they kind of periodically harvest. Kind of going down this corridor, not taking everything from one, just taking a certain amount so that it grows back again.
Okay,
so you're seeing we've kind of. Okay,
so following the kind of harvest, you can see that they're harvesting maybe in a certain direction. You decide to follow it or something.
Yeah. So we can see the tracks come in and then go back out again. So this seems to certainly be it's not a thoroughfare. It's a come in, take the stuff, and then go back. So then we look to see where that's going. So kind of just a lot more aware of how the ants are kind of certainly seem to be kind of operating.
Okay, well, that sounds good. All right, so it's up to you. So now you're on the cusp of the Queen Chamber. We can either generate it now, ready for next session, because I don't think you want to do it's 11:20, well, not quite 11:20. So should we just generate the room, or do you want to generate the room next time round? Then you know what's in it, or we can just wait till it's totally up to you. No biggie.
Should we generate it? Just So that then kind of that would let me think about stuff and maybe
exactly.
kind of try and plan or whatever. So that'd be quite good.
Right.
And you as well, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. So you generate the room and the dressing, and I will tell you what you see.
Okay. Ooh,
You hold fire till you're ready. I will do mine too.
Ooh. That's cool.
Okay, if you're ready.
Yep. So it's a small room, partially flooded.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it has a light source coming from fluorescent minerals.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. So we've got fluorescent minerals. And it's small.
And partially flooded.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to say this room is almost shaped like a donut. So not a donut. So it's a sort of circular kind of cavern, but the bit you've kind of come in on one side, but basically half the room it's got like a circular pool. So essentially, you're on one. If the room was a C shape,
yeah,
you're at the top of the C, and the queen ant and her entourage is at the bottom of the C, but they're pretty tightly packed in. And obviously, there's a pool that fills the. I'll draw you a picture, shall I? I'm not describing it very well.
Okay, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. But yeah, go draw a picture as well, just in case.
So I don't know if you can see that. So you're at the top.
Yeah.
There's a pool here, and that's a C-shaped room, and they're all kind of packed in here.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And obviously got the fluorescent minerals everywhere, and the pool is kind of partly lit by them as well.
Cool.
Now, the queen ant, she obviously has probably moved since you last saw her, maybe because you got freaked out from when you found her the first time.
Yeah.
So she's in a different room.
I think she's taken defensive measures, I reckon.
Yeah. So
and maybe we've caught her just kind of mid-move, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Why not?
Find her, because this isn't a particularly good room for her to be in, is it? Really?
No, but there is a source of water. I mean, maybe there's some element, and maybe the minerals are strangely. Maybe she's eating the minerals. In fact, they are eating. Yeah. So let's say that the work there's 9 worker ants, and only one.
Wow.
But only one warrior ant.
Mm-hmm.
And the workers seem to be feeding her some of these minerals that they seem to be excavating and giving, and around the sort of edge of the pool there is a bunch of larvae. They're sort of partly in the sort of edge area. It seems almost like maybe they're being kept cool or something. So
cool.
So she doesn't see, maybe that entourage that you encountered, the seven worker ants, where they sent out to seek and destroy, and they didn't. By the way, the hunter for next time around is on recon -1, so he moved away from you.
Ooh, okay, cool. Well, that's helpful.
It's helpful.
I guess.
Okay, so that's what we're up to.
Cool.
I thought we'd wrap it up this session.